Hi everyone, it's Miss Liz, and I have some spooky books that I'd like to tell my fourth grade friends about. It's October, and that is the perfect time to read some spooky and scary books. So I have some suggestions for you. And I just want you to know I've just got a few books that I'm going to talk about, but we have so many creepy, scary Halloween books and spooky books that if that's what you like to read, come on in and we will get you all set up. So the first one I have here is Monster Itch. This is a 2-book series. This one is called The Ghost Attack, and then there's another one called the Vampire Trouble. So this book, it's not scary. It's more of a fun ghost story. The main characters are Alex and his cousin Sarah, and they're visiting their grandparents for the summer. They can't wait to get ice cream and just hang out and spend time with their grandparents, who they write and illustrate children's books. So once they get there, Alex, he gets the smaller bedroom of the house. And suddenly, while he's there, his arms start to itch. It turns out he's allergic to ghosts. So anytime a ghost is near him, he gets this awful itchy rash. So then it turns out the ghost actually wants Alex and Sarah's help. So the kids use Alex, because he's allergic to ghosts, as a spectral Geiger counter to track down where the ghost is and to offer help with a problem from the ghost's past. Read this fun story to find out if they can solve the ghost's mystery and get rid of Alex's awful rash before it ruins their entire summer. Next up, Dare to be Scared. This is 13 stories to chill and thrill. So this is an illustrated collection of ghost tales, stories about science fiction, fantasy, and they all are set in a hauntingly familiar setting that you can understand. Like it's something that would be familiar to you and fit into your life if this were happening to you. Anyway, several of the stories are legends, folklore, cultural traditions, and they extend into your life today. So it's an older story, but it can go into your life today. So it's full of suspense, action. These stories would be very popular around a campfire or during sleepovers. So I just want to say this book has it all. It's got monsters and ghosts and creatures and beasts and creepy crawly things. So come in and check this one out. Next up, I have Witch's Wishes. So this is a funny book. This is about a girl named Sarah who helps out an old witch on Halloween. And as a thank you, the witch gives her a secret reward by turning the girl's fairy wand into a real wish-granting wand. Sarah is unaware of her new magical powers and makes wish after wish, creating chaos throughout her neighborhood. She regrets all these wishes and tries to reverse them, but that doesn't help. What would happen if everything you wished for came true, or it was just the opposite? You will not regret reading this story to find out if Halloween is ruined for everyone. All right, this is a new series, or new to us, from Michael Dahl. He has written quite a few different scary, spooky, and mystery books. This one is called the Scary Series. A few of these books in this series include The Medusa Doll, The Watchers of Whitmore Way. That looks creepy, doesn't it? The Nightmare Gnomes of Nearly Heights. I haven't read this one yet, and I really want to. And then, of course, this one, The Werewolf Hotel. So, in this book, it takes place at the Full Moon Resort in Western Canada. It looks all but abandoned when Hunter and his twin sister Maeve arrive with their parents. The pool is gross, the cabins are overgrown with like a bunch of strange plants, and all they can think about is what a dump. To make matters worse, their relatives were supposed to be meeting them there for a big family vacation, and they never showed up. So I challenge you to read this book and find out why they came to this creepy hotel camp out in the middle of nowhere, and find out if it's a hairy situation. All right, this is another series by Michael Dahl. This is the mystery series. Some of the other books in that series include The Shrinking Horror, Poison Moon, and The Witch in the Wardrobe. I have that one with me. So this one is the 30,000 Foot Ghost. And Ellis Baker is excited to be going on a vacation. And her parents are have been planning their trip for months. But when they are flying during a dark and stormy overnight flight, mysterious things begin to unfold. One of the passengers' priceless necklaces disappears. Even spookier is the mysterious woman who also disappears without a trace. Could the stranger have stolen the necklace and somehow gotten off the plane without anyone noticing? Or was she really a ghost with a taste for fancy jewelry? Come on in and grab this book to find out if Ellis uncovers the clues and discovers the true identity of the 30,000 Foot Ghost. All right, next up, Scooby Doo. If you know me, you know Scooby Doo is one of my very favorites. This is The Fright at Zombie Farm, and this is a You Choose book. So this is like a choose your own adventure, and you get to choose the different endings along the way as you're reading the book. So it helps determine different outcomes. So you have, several different stories in one book. You can just keep reading it over and over again. So in this one, this is Scooby and the gang are invited to spend the weekend at a famous farmhouse. So, of course, Scooby and the gang, they always get into some crazy stuff. So while they're at the farmhouse, they discover the farm is crawling with zombies. As you read along, you can decide if the gang stays at the farmhouse, or Scooby and Shaggy's love for cupcakes doom the duo, or does the secret behind the zombies look like a dark cave or a secret attic? So I really love these choose your own books, choose your own ending. There's choose your own adventure. We have some spooky choose your own adventure books. So come in and ask for one of those. This is a graphic novel, Upside Down, a Vampire Tale. So Harold is a vampire who eats way too much candy. He lives in an old piano with his parents. When excessive candy eating threatens the health of his teeth, he must go to the dentist. But the real threat is not a cavity. The real threat is not a cavity, it's Vermilion, the local power-hungry witch bent on world domination. This zany novel is a quick read with exclusively green, black, and white illustrations. So it looks super cool. I really had a good time reading this one, so I recommend that a lot. Next up, we have Dead Time Stories. That's a nice series that has a lot of creepy books. This one is called The Invasion of the Appleheads. And there's always a mysterious theme in these books. So if you like scary and mystery, this is like your perfect choice. This book is about Katie and Andy Lawrence, and they thought that moving to a new town named Appleton was the very worst thing ever on the planet. They were beyond incorrect. So a little bit about Appleton. It is famous for their apple orchard and their haunted hayride that they have there. Katie and Andy's parents take the kids to the apple orchard for the haunted hayride, and that's when things really start to get weird. The ghouls who haunt the orchard seem eerily real, and then Mr. and Mrs. Lawrence disappear. Check out this book and find out if Katie and Andy find their parents before it's too late. I also want to tell you about some of the other books in this Dead Time Story series, and those are Grave Secrets, The Witching Game, The Beast of Baskerville, Little Shop of Magic Horrors, and Grandpa's Monster Movies. They all sound pretty good, don't they? All right, next up, Are You Afraid Yet? The Science Behind Scary Stuff. This is a nonfiction, and if you want to know what makes our skin crawl, what makes our spines tingle, why do we shiver, and why do scary movies make us scream? Well, this is a good book for those answers. There's questions. These questions and more can be answered in this awesome book. And if you love a good old-fashioned scare, this book is good for you with its awesome details. Let's see. Pretty awesome. Next up, the vampire book. This is the complete story of these unearthly creatures of night. This means in this book, you will find the myths, the legends from all around the world, everything about vampires. It's filled with information on how to unravel vampires' dark secrets and uncover their hidden past. There are so many details about all the different vampires, from mythology to movies. Let's see if I can find a couple good pictures for you. A modern myth. All right, so I saved these for the end of my talk. These are the truly scary nonfiction books. And, do you believe in ghosts? Do you not? Who believes in haunted things? Well, this stuff is in the nonfiction, and nonfiction stuff supposedly is real. So I dare you to come in and read some of these books and determine from your own opinion if you think this stuff is real or not. So this is Haunted Hotels. This is Nightmarish New York. So this has all kinds of ghosts and things that happen in New York. How about this one? Abandoned Amusement Parks. Look at that. We have the Monster Wars series, and this is Zombies versus Mummies, Clash of the Living Dead. And another vampire one, Mysterious Encounters Vampires. All right, I hope some of these books sound interesting to you and that you want to come in and check out your own scary Halloween books. Thanks for watching. Happy reading.